Hi everyone. So my name is Christi Trusty and I created Sunshine Bird Vacations LLC. I'm the owner of it, and I also am the travel advisor that you would be working with. So I thought it would be a wonderful idea if I created an intro video so you could see what I'm like. That way maybe you won't be as afraid to work with me. So here we go. Let's jump right in. So I was born and raised in Iowa. So I've been a Midwest girl my whole life. And when I was very, very young, my parents actually took me and my older sister around in a pop-up camper. We went everywhere. So we went to like Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore. I got a very early introduction into this travel lifestyle, and I just loved it so much. I just can't thank my parents enough that they did that for me. And my sister, I don't know, maybe she's not too into travel like I am, but I love travel. I live, I breathe travel. And I have since that time. So I have been a lot of places. So let's just say when I first started out, I love planning travel. So I would plan these really intense vacations wherever I went. So me and a friend, for example, we went to Italy, and we were based in Florence because we were seeing a friend that was studying abroad there. And we decided we wanted to see Rome. So we did Rome, and we only had one day. We took the train there and had one day and took the train back. And I kid you not, I fit in everything. We went and saw the Colosseum, the Vatican, just everything that it had to offer. Even saw the Trevi Fountain at night. And we used the underground subway and got yelled at by locals. It was a very, very intense day, and I loved every second of it, but my feet did not. So I kind of learned from that journey that you can't just jam pack a day. I guess you can if you want, but you're gonna reap the consequences after, right? So maybe don't jam pack days full, right? Because that just allows for a repeat visit sometime. If you love it and you went to only like a few things that it had to offer, just go back, see the rest of it, right? And I kind of became an avid traveler to Orlando because I love Disney World, I love Universal, and honestly, I found a new love there, SeaWorld, and I probably love SeaWorld at the most out of all of those. I can't describe my love of SeaWorld because it's got everything. It's got aquariums, it's got roller coasters, it's got shows, and it's got Sesame Street Land if you have kids. So SeaWorld is wonderful, and it's pretty cheap. So you can go there every single time you go to Orlando. Whereas, Disney World costs a little bit, it's a little expensive. It's got 4 different parks and 2 different water parks. So you kind of got to pick and choose where you want to go. Because I tell you, if you schedule 4 different park days in a row, your feet are going to be hurting. So you always need to have that rest day in between. And I've learned that the hard way, right? Especially if you're like me and your family goes there and we just run from ride to ride, we don't like to wait in line. So I do everything possible not to wait in a line. But I know some people that, that's the ride you want to go on. Maybe it's the only time you're going to go out there and you're going to wait for it. So it's a choose your own adventure type of place, and it's very hectic and chaotic. So every year I also take a sandals vacation. My husband just got recently certified for scuba diving, so sandals he's on board for it, right? And it's just a really relaxing place, only meant for couples, like adult couples. So no children allowed, and you can go and you can relax, spend some time on the beach, have one day maybe where you go and tour the island, see it all, and then keep relaxing. And they always have really fun like theme nights, parties, everything like that. So I really love sandals, and I really love Orlando, but I also want to get back into traveling like abroad, going to different cities, and that's where I found cruising might help my family. Maybe it'll help yours too. But if you're worried about taking children to see the world, cruises are kind of like a safe way to do that, right? Because you go on a boat and you go to the different ports and you stay with like their tour guides the whole time, get back on the boat. So I think that would be a very safe way to see the world. And they have cruises to like New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, China, like Japan. Or you can go the other direction, go to the Mediterranean, do a Greece cruise. Like there's lots of different cruises out there, and I just can't wait to try my first one. I get very motion sick, very seasick, so I'm not looking forward to trying it. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna get sick on the ship, so I'm probably gonna try like a 3-4 night cruise first, just to make sure that it's okay and I'm not puking on my balcony every night. Not that you need to know that, but either way, I'll do that and I'll report back for some of you other people that get motion sick. But I do have a mother-in-law, and she actually went on a cruise with Celebrity, and she gets so motion sick that she has to sit in the front seat of a car. Otherwise, she gets motion sick in the back seat. And she said she had a completely fine experience on that cruise. So I'm thinking because it's so big, it's going to be fine. But I'm reading up all the tips, like, you know, maybe be in the middle of the ship with your room, that kind of stuff. So either way, I'm going to try cruises. I do sell them right now, but I haven't been on one. So I take that with a grain of salt. So if you want to use me for cruises, I don't really have a bunch of experience there. But I do have a bunch of experience with Disney World, Orlando in general. We've been there so many times. And Sandals beaches. And like I've been to Iceland, Ireland, New Zealand. I've been to Greece. So I have a lot of experience out there in the world as well. So I'll definitely do custom travel for you if you're not looking to do like a cruise to get to see the world. But anyways, so to get back to my personal story, I met my husband over 10 years ago now. I can't believe it's been that long. And he's also really loves travel, right? So we met, and a few months after we met, I think it was a few months, I think maybe like 5-6 months after we met, I was going on a trip to Ireland with my friend, and he was like, oh, I'd love to go to Ireland. So we decided, hey, come to Ireland, but you have to drive the car, because neither one of us wanted to drive on the wrong side of the road. And we're very happy that we made that decision, because the roads there are so narrow that we almost like hit the side of the road, or, you know, got in a car crash like a million times driving around that island. So it was good to have someone who was a little bit more experienced with driving on the other side of the road. But either way, so we love travel. We went to a lot of places together before we got married. And when it came to our marriage, it was like, why get married in Iowa? No offense to anyone who did the big church wedding with the reception. It just not something for me. I always envision having my wedding on a nice beach by the ocean. So I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school, my parents took me to the big island of Hawaii on a vacation. And I loved it so much. I told them, I'm getting married here, you know? And I didn't even know my husband at the time. I was just like, this is where I am going to get married. And they laughed, but I made it come true. I met my husband, and we got married in Oahu, Hawaii. And we had a couple days in Oahu before the marriage, and then after we got married, we jumped over to Kauai and spent a week there, and then we jumped over to Maui and spent a week there. So I've actually been to every single Hawaii island. So if that's something you are interested in, I can definitely help there as well. And then, sorry, it keeps going light and dark because I'm in my office, and the sun, I have sun windows up there, so that's why it's doing that. So I apologize for my lighting. Eventually I will get better and maybe get a better backdrop for you all. But anyways, so now about 3 years ago, we moved to Indiana. That's just because we got remote positions with our full-time jobs. We moved to Indiana to be closer to his family because I didn't have any family left in Iowa. They had moved away. And then we had our 2 daughters. So I have a 2.5 to 3 year, she almost 3-year-old, and her name is Isabella, and she's very, very independent. She has been helping me become more patient. The kind of child that gets in the car and says, I do it, and does, like, you can't buckle her in or she will scream. So you just stand there for 5-10 minutes as she's trying to buckle herself in and wait for her to say, help. Because you have to let kids do things themselves. So she has definitely helped me with my patience. And then we have an 8.5-month-old. Like, just turned 8 months. So she's an 8-month-old little girl. Her name is Gabriella, but we call her Gabby for short. And she is really wanting to move around. She gets frustrated. She's been starting to crawl backwards and get stuck and just complain. So she's really fun, and I love her as well. I love both my children. I love spending time with them, but I have a passion for planning and going on travel. And I was doing it in my free time anyways. When I get free time, I was looking up all the travel deals. I was creating itineraries that we've never even been on, like to Finland, like places I want to go. Japan, I made a whole itinerary for Japan. So I love doing that kind of work, and it's just like a free time, a fun, free pastime for me. And so I decided, well, why don't I just, provide services for others like this? And usually a travel agency has like a minimum amount of bookings you have to make every month to stay with the travel agency. So I had never really explored that route until I found my travel agency now, which is Best Day Ever Vacations. And they have no required minimum of bookings each month. So I don't have to worry about making a quota, especially since I have a full-time job. So it's kind of nice acting as a side business. And what that gets me with the travel agency is they already have a wonderful reputation with a lot of the places I'd be looking to go, right? Like Disney World. They have a great reputation with cruising, Universal. Sandals and beaches even, they have wonderful reputation with. So I was like, this is perfect. And when they had some openings come up earlier this year in like March, I decided to jump on it. It's like, it's time to get my side business going and become that travel advisor that I truly want to be for everybody. Like, I would love to do this as a full-time job. But it's probably going to be many years in the making and lots of clients and figuring out this business before I can truly quit my full-time job and just do this full-time. But I'm really looking forward to it. Maybe after retirement, who knows? But anyways, so I wanted to touch a little bit on how travel advisors get paid. So it's through commissions, right? Like, so the airline or the cruise or Disney World, wherever you're booking with, they pay a commission to my travel agency, and then my travel agency pays a 70% of that commission to me, just because they take the 30% because they have the relationship, right? So I still make more than I would going on my own to Disney World and saying, hey, I'm a travel advisor, and signing up with them individually versus with my agency. So that's why I have the agency. And it also provides me with better deals for you. Sometimes they'll have better pricing because of our agency's reputation with the company. So either way, if you think about it, since the price is the same or better when travel advisors are booking you a vacation, it costs nothing to you, But if you think about it, maybe they already built all of these commission prices into their pricing, right? These commission costs into their pricing. So even if you go and book it yourself, you're paying for a travel advisor. So why not just work with me, right? Like, get something from it. And what you get from it is my personal behind the scenes research. I'll get to know you. I'll figure out the best places you should go. I'll give suggestions. We'll work and we'll create the perfect itinerary for you. And that's the other thing you get is the itinerary that says all your reservations, everything that you want to know, everything that you need to do. Disney World is very complicated. Like, there's different timing for when things open up, like dining reservations and park. You know, if you're going to get the fast pass, if you're going to get that, it only opens up either 7 days or 3 days before your vacation for booking which rides you're going to go on. So it's a lot to navigate, especially for someone who's not used to it or doesn't do it very often. So just let me help you out. And even at custom travel, like I said, I love building custom itineraries to go places. Honestly, maybe I'll build you a trip that I want to go on, and I will go on someday, you know? So either way, it's like a fun pastime for me, so why not provide my services to you? So basically, that's everything that I wanted to discuss in this video. And if you want to, you know, book a vacation with me, start planning, you know, go ahead and schedule a one-on-one with me through Google Video, or, you know, fill out the form even, and I'll send you a quote. You can call or text me at the number I provide. You can even email me. However you want to get in contact with me, it's up to you. Whatever preferred method you have, I will respect it, and I will always be transparent with you, right? I'll watch for deals. Hey, there's a deal going on, like, or you say, hey, I want to go to Disney World right now, and it's like, you know what, there's not really a good deal, so let's watch it and see if we get that better deal out, and then I will contact you when we do. So I'm not just here to like book you whatever. I want you to get the best deal for what you want, and I want to make sure that you're happy with my services, because that's what creates a repeat customer, right? Like, I don't want people to walk away and be like, that sucked and I never want to work with her again. But hey, if that's how you walk away, then just don't work with me again, right? There's nothing lost there. But yeah, basically what I provide is behind the scenes research. I create the itinerary. I give you like any maintenance that your vacation needs. So like, hey, my flight's delayed, let me know, I'll take care of everything, right? So that's what a travel advisor does. And that's why it's really nice to have one, so that you can focus on making memories with your loved ones, right? Or whoever you're traveling with. And I just love it so much. So it's a wonderful job for me, a side job, I guess. But just know that I do have that full-time job, so I may not be available during the day. I may miss your call. Just leave a voicemail if that happens, right? And then I'll call you right back. But I do have meetings in the middle of the day. I do work at my full-time job, so just please know that, and please know that I am never giving you like the cold shoulder. If I don't contact you back for some reason, just try again. I probably just missed it, but I'm going to try to be very, very attentive to that kind of stuff, so that I can give you what you need when you need it. And basically that is everything. If you're not ready to start planning yet, join my Facebook page for my business, or join my Facebook group. The Sunshine Bird Flock is what I'm calling it, because we're fly towards fun. We should fly towards fun together as a flock would, right? Because we're all sunshine birds. Kind of cheesy, I know. It was just fun at the time when I was creating my logo. But either way, just follow me on Facebook. See, my website is there. You can check that every once in a while, but I will be posting like the deals and the featured vacations on Facebook, or in my email newsletter, so you could sign up for that on my website. And Then I will also be putting out video content on YouTube here, so please make sure to subscribe to this channel when I do come out with some video content. And just like this video, comment what kind of video content you want to see. I'd love to know what you want to hear about. Like, should I give vacation stories? Should I do reviews like of certain things? Just give me some ideas. I'd love that, and I'd love to bring you more video content. If you like how I am talking, it's very natural, I think, but who knows. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. If you watched all the way up to this point, you are amazing, and I can't wait to hopefully meet you and be your travel advisor. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.